I barely talked about a dedicated light in practical urban EDC. Whether it's your lifestyle or job, those two factors will impact what your true EDC will be. Because the point, in my mind, is that to really master and declutter your thoughts and environment in order to be able to focus on your tasks, you also need to be able to streamline your options. Not only options you choose to focus on, but the things you carry as well. It won't be one size fits all, but for most people, especially younger people who are normally students, taking out the kitchen sink every day is like packing out the Ranger handbook and PX gadgets with 20 different morale patches on a routine patrol. Don't get me wrong, I like my lights and I've bought a dumb amount over 20 years, but I'm not packing all of that for a short shot to the store. Keys, wallet, arms. And quickly touching back on the phone, good preppers tell others to keep their gas tanks full. Charge your phone. Extended trip where you pack extra fuel? Pack a battery pack. There is no list of what to buy, more of an outline of what to consider for your situation. Phones are unavoidable in the modern world, and even smartphones are cheap if you're not looking for something extravagant. No matter what you do, your boss or your client will want to get a hold of you. It is your modern communication tool. You are most likely watching this on a phone according to my own metrics. If what you can get is the Walmart special, even that has the capability to throw a little light around. There are limitations, there are security risks. There's a whole store of mostly useless apps. However, we've built the modern framework around being able to be contacted instantly. I hear some of you talking about disconnecting. Again, I refer to my constant disclaimers about your own situation. Most people who make online content who espouse this lifestyle of modern rejection, even your favorite extreme homesteader, is making content somehow. I want to pose this question that you can further extrapolate on outside of lights. The ones who are truly isolated, how much impact in setting the direction of a local area or region do these kinds of people truly have? Small handheld lights are available everywhere and range from expensive and specialized to gas station cheap. The choice that makes the most sense to you depends on your use profile, your expected duration of use, and whether you want to keep it as a long-term tool or something you could potentially leave behind without feeling bad. Now, these lights are great because they fit in pockets and use common batteries. Many lights are using LED bulbs as well. My favorite lights tended to be surefires like the E2E and the C2, but nowadays I carry a streamlight, and this one that I have uses either an AA or CR123 battery. Cheaper handheld lights my dad got at Walmart almost a decade ago for small jobs around the house, they still work. Not quite an EDC, but the takeaway is that a lot of modern lights, if they're not subjected to the most extreme forms of abuse, they'll probably fill a role in your EDC rotation if you need them to. Headlamps were popularized in the mid-2000s by outdoorsmen and military. I used to use a Tikka myself, and they're an option for EDC. However, most people will find that they're going to end up stashing this in a bag or leaving it in their mode of transportation. Expensive and cheap units are available, and just about all of them are LED due to the space concerns. Attachments like red lens options are available. Be aware that the head strap wears out eventually due to repeated stretching, sweat, and UV exposure. It's also hard to stow in a pocket. In some situations, it's highly inappropriate or dangerous to just keep it slung around your neck, but in some situations it's almost expected that you'd have a light like this. Now, it is very useful if you're a mechanic and you're working on something and you need light, but you also need the ability to use both hands. If you flip one of these on your forehead while you're doing a medical evaluation in a clinical setting, you're going at this way too hard. So it's great that you have a light that can throw out a beam greater than 100 feet away. You also live in the rural backcountry. If you shine that around in the city, and especially through the wrong window, people are going to think that you're breaking in and you might be met with a response. Things change, your EDC changes. You can recommend all these different lights all you want, but unless you're recommending something to someone that has similar patterns and occupations to yours, it might not be realistic for that person just to have it on them. And the mark of a master is the ability to have the foresight to know what might be needed and to select the appropriate tools for the day ahead. You will either let your gadgets dictate your perceived needs, or you will select whatever is most appropriate for you. Unless you collect, then buy whatever you like and shine on, you crazy diamond. Until the next video, be good, stay safe, and have a good one.